Hello everyone and welcome back to more Premier League score predictions. It is match day 10 in the Premier League this week and as always we are going to be predicting all 10 match days for game week 10. So let's just jump straight into it, starting with our first game, which is being played at 12:30 on this Saturday, and it is Leicester City against Arsenal. And as always, there's always going to be some interesting matchup between two teams, and I think we're starting off with a very good one. We've got Leicester City in 9th against Arsenal in 10th, both on the same amount of points, both winning 4, losing 3, and also both drawing 2 as well. So it's going to be a brilliant game, isn't it? What do I think in this? I think there's not much between the two sides. Leicester beating Brentford 2-1, beating Man United 4-2. Arsenal beating Aston Villa 3-1, drawing with Crystal Palace 2-2. That was, Arsenal, they got away with one there. We're getting a point there. Leicester City of home at the King Power. I'll probably back Leicester City in this game, but I'm going to go for probably a score that's going to most likely be a draw. I'll go 2-2. Leicester City may win this one 2-1. But Arsenal, since losing their opening games of the season, they've actually looked pretty decent, scoring quite a few goals. So I will back them to get 2 in this one. Okay, let's move on now to Burnley, who still hasn't managed to pick up a win yet this season. 9 games in. Will they be able to get a win in this one? Their first win of the season? Probably not. They're against Brentford, who have lost their last 2 Premier League games, but those 2 games were against some decent Premier League sides. They want to bounce back. They want to get some points on the board. Mid-table currently in 12th place. Burnley, even though they've not managed to win, somehow they're still 18th and not bottom of the table. Burnley getting quite a few amount of draws. And Burnley's defence, it's completely decent as well, because they conceded 2 to Man City and 2 to Southampton, but they managed to get 2. And what I'm trying to say is they've got quite a decent side. Yeah, they might actually concede quite a few. Just having a look at the last fixtures, but their attack is decent, and I don't think they deserve to be where they are. I wouldn't say they should be challenging for the top half of the table, but they should at least be outside of the relegation zone with like 17th or 16th, I think. They'll need to pick up some points in order to get out of the relegation zone, but against Brentford, I think it'll be pretty tricky for them. They did get a 2-2 draw with Southampton. I'm going to go Burnley 1, Brentford 2 in this game. Okay, moving on to Liverpool against Brighton and Hove Albion. Both teams doing superb this season. Brighton currently in 5th place, despite losing to Man City in their last game. Still managing to keep challenging for the Champions League spot, maybe even Europa League this season, which will be crazy, because I think Brighton fans, come the start of the season or like last season, when just leading up to the build of this season, they were probably hoping not to get relegated, because all the times they've been in the Premier League they've narrowly survived, but now they've shot up. Maybe not title contenders, but definitely challenging for a spot in one of the European competitions. And Brighton fans, I think you would absolutely take that. Liverpool still yet to lose a game in the Premier League. Won 6, drawn 3. I don't think they'll lose to Brighton. They could potentially pick up a draw, because Brighton do need to bounce back from like 3 draws in a row and then getting that loss to Man City. Just having a look at the past few games, they've not really been scoring that many goals, maybe the odd one. Do I think they can get one against Liverpool? I'm not sure. Liverpool not really conceding many goals. Looking at the past few games, obviously against Chelsea, tight game that one. Not conceding to Leeds, not conceding to Crystal Palace. That was a good game, 3-3. They conceded 2 to Man City, but that's Man City. Not conceding to Watford, not conceding to Man United, and scoring 5 goals, both against Man United being the big one, and scoring 5 against Watford, which is still hard to do, considering Watford did just beat Everton 5-2 in their last game. So, do I think Liverpool will continue with their amazing run and getting 5 goals a game? I think it'll drop off a bit, but I think they'll still get a victory, and a very big one as well. I'll go 4-0 to Liverpool in this one. Man City against Crystal Palace, I think it's going to be another big scoreline here. Man City obviously leaving the Carabao Cup in the round of 16. This is the 5th. Well, they've won the Carabao Cup the last 4 years, and just to leave the cup in the way that they did, Man City fans will be pretty disappointed with that. But it is only the Carabao Cup, and you've got a Premier League race on your hands. Very interesting top 3 in here. Maybe you can even include West Ham in there for the top 4. So Man City need to get the points on the board. Crystal Palace getting a few draws lately, getting some decent results against some decent sides. Probably should have won the game against Newcastle. Probably should have won against Arsenal. Probably should have won against Leicester as well. The Brighton one, probably should have won against Brighton. Come to think of it now, all those results. So they're still waiting on their win. Against Man City, they won't be expecting to pick up any points, I don't think. It'll be pretty difficult even if they manage to pick up a draw in this one, where they do seem likely to do, with drawing 6 games so far this season. But I expect Man City to get the job done here. They're at the Etihad Stadium. They're going to get a nice comfortable 3-0 victory here, I think. I think Crystal Palace will try their best to defend, hit on the counter. Man City's team's just too strong, though. And yeah, that's why I say 3-0. Also, I mentioned Man City at home at the Etihad. They're really showing teams no mercy at home. So I think it'll be a difficult one for Crystal Palace. Okay, now over to St James's Park, where Newcastle, another team that's yet to pick up a victory this season. Some pretty frustrating results really for Newcastle. Your new owner coming in. Things will start changing come January or next season, when you start building up a better squad. But obviously that time is not yet, and you're facing a Chelsea side that's just put 7 past Norwich. Narrow defeat with Brentford there, beating Southampton comfortably 3-1. Do I think Newcastle may be able to get a goal? If they're very lucky on the counter-attack, they may be able to get one past Chelsea when Chelsea switched off defensively. But I think they'll be aware of Newcastle's threat on the counter-attack. They beat Norwich 7-0. It won't be another thrashing like that. I'll say 3-0. I think what Chelsea may do, though, is like if Chelsea get 3 goals, they may start pushing up forward more for more goals and leave lots of gaps at the back. So Newcastle may be able to snatch one. They managed to get 2 against Tottenham. Did end up losing that one, conceding 3 to a London club. I don't think they'll get one past Chelsea. They've got a very good defence. Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, best defences in the league. Man United as well, talking about best defences. You would expect really the defence that they have: Luke Shaw, Maguire, Varane, Wan-Bissaka. Maybe you'd expect them to have a better defence, just not being for them at the moment for Man United. But we are coming up to them very soon. But first of all, we've got a new Watford side beating Everton 5-2 in their last game. They are against Southampton in this game. who drew with Burnley 2-2. Probably a most likely result to this is a draw. Southampton was up there with the teams that didn't manage to win a game, apart from when they beat Leeds United in a narrow 1-0 victory. That was their first victory of the season. Followed it up with a draw against Southampton. This could be a draw here, but Watford, they'll really be looking to continue where they left off with that Everton game. And even though they scored 5 against a better side than Southampton, I don't think they'll be able to get 5 against Southampton in this one. I think it'll be a tight one. I'll go Watford 2, Southampton 1. Okay, now on to two teams that are really struggling this season, both with some disappointing results. Man United losing 5-0 to Liverpool in the last game in the derby between the rivals, and it wasn't the Manchester derby, but it's still the rivalries between the two clubs. So I suppose you could say it is. But anyway, they are travelling to Tottenham in this game, who did absolutely smash Man United last time they played 6-1. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer still here with Man United. He really needs to get a win if he's got any chance to save his job. Both teams really struggling. Tottenham more or less only getting wins and losses. Man United basically the same win or loss. So really, you expect one team or the other really to win this one, but maybe it could end a draw. Maybe there could be a winner snatched late on for either side. I'll go Tottenham 2, Man United 3 in a very tight game that could go either way. But United, they're a team, if there's going to be a late goal scored, it'll be Man United that gets it. So I'll back them to get this victory against Tottenham. Okay, moving on to Norwich, who have not won a game yet, playing Leeds United, who have only just managed to pick up the one win this season, looking quite poor at the moment, considering last season they were around mid-table in 10th place. Could this be the first win for Norwich City? The return at Carrow Road. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go Norwich 1, Leeds United 0. I'm going to make a big prediction here. I'm going to say Norwich is going to get their first win of the season against a struggling Leeds United side, I would like to say. Norwich City, of course, they are struggling as well, but picking up the losses that they have got were against probably the best sides in the league: Leicester City, Arsenal, Watford. They're decent. Everton, Chelsea, Brighton's up there in 5th place. Burnley maybe could have got a 3 points against Burnley, but they managed to pick up a point. And now Norwich have played like the big clubs. Now it's time for them to play not small clubs, because every team in the Premier League's big. But I think they've got chances now coming up with their fixtures. Obviously, when they play Man City and Man United and Liverpool, I don't really expect them to pick up the points. But in this game, they're at home. Fans are going to get behind them, and it'll be a frustrating one for Leeds United. I think Leeds will have most of the ball or have all the chances in this one, but I back Norwich to get one, and then their goal being the only goal of the game. Okay. Now moving on to Villa Park, where we've got losing 3 games in a row here, beating Wolves 2-0 before the last 10 minutes when Wolves picked up 3 late goals. Pretty poor performances really from Aston Villa. Maybe you can understand that they lost to Arsenal and Tottenham, but really should have won that game against Wolves, and that's made them very low on form. They'll want to bounce back, but against West Ham, who have got some pretty good results lately, want to get higher up this table, want to challenge for the title maybe, but more importantly for them, probably get in the Champions League. Just missed out on it last season, getting Europa League, doing very well in the Europa League. They'll want Champions League, and I think it'll be a good game for them. I think they'll pick up 3 points. I think Villa may score one, but I'll go Villa 1, West Ham 3. I think it'll be another 3-1 defeat to Villa. Moving on to the final game, which is Wolverhampton Wanderers against Everton, which started the season off pretty well. Andros Townsend being their leading goal scorer. Then the past few games not been the best for them. Against Man United, probably should have won that one. West Ham losing narrowly to 1-0 and then absolutely getting smashed by Watford. I think they'll bounce back, but will it be in terms of a draw or will they get 3 points? Wolverhampton Wanderers doing terribly at the start of the season. I kept on saying it every week. They've got a team that can finish in the top half of the table, and that's what they're showing to do. Currently 11th place, they're getting up there. So against the struggling Everton, really maybe you'll back Wolves to win this one, but I'll go for a draw. I'll go Wolves 2, Everton 2. So that's going to be it for my Premier League predictions. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time for more predictions. Maybe another football video before a predictions video. I don't know. I've got quite a few plans, but not sure when I'll release them. But yeah, that'll be it. I'll see you all next time. Bye.